Hi, boys and girls. It's Coach Spurling along with
Coach Slagle.
and we're here to read you a bedtime story tonight. And tonight we are reading, Coach.
Gerry the Giraffe by Wesley Spurling.
Gerry the Giraffe is one of the tallest animals on the savannah. Every animal knows Gerry is a loving, kind, caring friend. At first glance, Gerry seems to be like all the other giraffes in his herd. However, he does not weigh as much as his friends. He is known to all as underweight.
One day, the heaviest giraffe, Patches, was eating from the grass fields. He heard a soft rustling in the trees behind him. "Who's there?" he asked, in a gruff voice. I say again, who's there?" he questioned. It was Gerry, who had followed Patches to the fields of grass. "It's me, Gerry," he replied faintly. Patches could not see Gerry because he was hiding behind a tree watching Patches eat. He could also not see Gerry because of how thin he was. "Are you spying on me?" asked Patches. "Well," answered Gerry the Giraffe. "Why would you spy on me?" Patches asked. "I need your help," Gerry said. "Why would you need my help?" Patches asked, puzzled. Gerry wanted to talk to Patches about eating since he seemed to be really good at it. "I have a problem and I want to know if you would help me," Gerry said. He explained to Patches that he was scared to eat. "You do not need to be afraid. All you need is a little courage," Patches explained. Gerry definitely lacked courage. He wondered how he would ever get courage.
Patches wanted to know what made Gerry afraid. He told Patches it was because he did not want to make the other animals mad at him by eating their food. Patches sternly said, "That's nonsense. You need to be like me and eat whatever you want." Then Gerry the Giraffe told Patches that was not the whole problem. Gerry said that he did not like to eat what all the other giraffes were supposed to eat because he did not like the taste of giraffe food. He lost confidence to eat what he wanted to when he was growing up because he would get pushed out at feeding time. He was the youngest of 5 giraffes, and they would always leave Gerry the leftovers to eat. He did not like to eat what his brothers left for him. His daddy would get upset when he would not finish the food that had been provided. Patches told Gerry the Giraffe that he did not believe this was a big problem. "You do not need to worry about what others think. You need to make sure you eat what you like and eat what is good for you," he said.
Gerry knew he needed to gain weight. "Patches, what do I do?" he asked. Patches thought for a moment and said, "Come on, kid. We will start with the choices." They left the savannah, headed past the waterfall, and walked through a thicket of grown-up brush. The whole time they were walking, Gerry the Giraffe kept wondering where Patches was taking him. Gerry asked him, "Where are we going?" "Don't worry. This is my special place that no other animal knows about," Patches explained.
After they trudged through the thicket, Gerry noticed many wonderful things in the clearing that he actually loved to eat. Patches said to Gerry, "Like I said, it's about choices." "How did you know about this place? How did you know it was here?" inquired Gerry. "This place just didn't happen. I cultivated it," Patches replied.
Patches explained that over the years he would pick seeds off of plants that he loved to eat, transport them back to this hidden place, and plant them. Gerry the Giraffe wanted to know what made Patches do this. "You never know when times might get tough to find food," Patches said. Suddenly, Gerry understood how Patches retained his weight.
As they talked, they ate and sampled all that was available. Patches told Gerry the Giraffe that courage is the ability to be confident in what you are doing. "Gerry, don't worry about making other animals upset if you eat. There is plenty for all in the savannah," said Patches. "You know, Patches, you are right. I need to be more confident," stated Gerry.
Gerry thanked Patches for the food. There was so much to choose from. Gerry even took seeds from one of his favorite plants that he had eaten and put them in his bright red backpack. Patches told Gerry that he can plant the seeds wherever he goes. As long as you take good care of them, they will feed you for a long time. Patches stated. Gerry the giraffe told Patches that he was going to eat with confidence and courage from now on. He thanked Patches for helping him.
A few days later, the other animals in the savannah began to notice that Gerry was gaining weight and showing more confidence. Wow, Gerry has really changed a lot, the other giraffes were saying.
Then it happened. A gentleman on a safari tour stopped near the herd of grazing giraffes. He explained that he was with the zoo and wanted one of the giraffes to become the star attraction of their wild refuge exhibit.
He said that children would come from far and wide to see them and experience the habitat in which they lived. The gentleman from the zoo explained they would be there for only 1 year and then they would be returned home.
All the giraffes gave an immediate no thank you, except for one. I'll go, said Gerry excitedly. The other giraffes asked Gerry if he was sure he wanted to do that. Gerry, you'll starve there, they warned. Gerry knew that it would be fine because he has a bright red backpack full of seeds to plant and grow. He wanted to go to the zoo to start his new courageous life of eating without being scared. He was anxious to get his new home and plant his seeds.
A couple of days later, Gerry the giraffe was transported to his new home. Upon arriving at the zoo, Gerry noticed that there was a lot of land for him to roam free and play. He thought to himself that his new habitat was even better than his old one. Gerry also discovered there were 4 other giraffes from other parts of the world at the zoo that had volunteered to come there.
Gerry the giraffe befriended them all. He became the star attraction at the zoo, and children loved to come see him. Gerry seemed to be the leader of the giraffes by displaying courage and confidence when he was eating, playing, or just having fun. The kids that visited the zoo all agreed that Gerry the giraffe was their favorite.
At the end of the year at the zoo, Gerry left a lot of new plants for the next group of giraffes who would visit the zoo. The zookeepers were astonished to find so many varied plants in the habitats since they did not plant them. Soon they realized that it was Gerry who had planted them. To honor Gerry the giraffe for his contributions at the zoo, they renamed the exhibit the Gerry the Giraffe Food Garden. The garden would feed many animals at the zoo for years to come. Not too bad for a thin giraffe with no courage to eat, Gerry thought. Gerry was pleased, and he looked forward to returning home.
When he arrived back at the savannah, all the animals welcomed him. He was glad to see his friends again. They all noticed that Gerry had confidence, self-esteem, and most of all, the courage to do anything, especially eat.
We hope you've enjoyed our book, Gerry the Giraffe, by
Wesley Spurling.
I wrote that book about 10 or 11 years ago, so I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.
Good night.